Heard it.
Yes, you did. Hey, Archangel Recovery and Reintegration Ministry family. Welcome back to another Who's That Testimony? Today we have a special guest, somebody that's been around for quite a while, that's going to be bringing a little bit of insight from both sides of the fence. I'd like to introduce you to
Bryan.
Bryan. Hi, Bryan.
Hello.
Hi. So, this is just a nonchalant video. Don't stress nothing. You don't have to look at the camera. You just look right at me, brother. Everything's good.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the easy one. Give us a quick testimony of your journey in life and what led you to where we are today.
How far?
Well, just give us a quick 2-3 minute spiel of your life and what got you to where you're at.
The trouble that I got into?
Yeah, the trouble.
I'm from Houston. Joined the Air Force. Got stationed in Las Vegas. Back to Houston. Was homeless for 5 years. Couldn't find the help there. Was in alcohol. Got help. Moved to Daytona Beach, Florida. Got my 100%. Got some good people back there. And decided to move up here 3 years ago. Thought it was good. Went back into alcohol. Got DWI. And did my community service here and never left.
Yeah. So that's I guess that's the first question. Yeah, what brought you to Archangel Ministry?
Right. My community service.
Community service for what? For what was it through?
Veteran court.
Veteran court. Oh, great
Good program.
court system program. What have you? Really care about the people that they have coming through there.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, and that's Stearns County Veterans Court he's talking about up here in Stearns County. I've been through quite a few of them myself. All the Veterans Courts. Ramsey County was one of them that helped change and save my life as well. Washington County, another fantastic veterans program out there. Shout out to Brock Hunter and all the other individuals that fought tirelessly to ensure that we had veterans courts all throughout the state of Minnesota. And Don as well. Everybody from the Veterans Defense Project. All those guys that did an amazing job of ensuring that our veterans were getting taken care of after they came home and went through the struggles that they faced reintegrated back into society. So thank you very much, guys. So you came here for community service. Did you take advantage of any of the services that we had?
Mostly, I think the food shelf. I believe that was about the most things because being 100%, you don't really. I have an income.
Yeah.
So using at least the food shelf would help me subsidize all the food, how much money I was spending.
Yeah.
So between car payments, child support, all that jazz. I had clothes for a while, so I didn't need any. So mostly the just the food shelf support was the biggest thing I needed. Yeah,
the food pantry. But one of the things, and I'll fill in some of the blanks that he's going to leave out because that's just the kind of individual he is. But the community aspect.
True. Yeah, that is true. It's definitely the getting out of the house and what felt like a cage all the time, waking up, getting on the computer, going back to sleep. That was it. That was my routine for 8 years, 9 years of just, oh yeah, sounds really fun. And then you do it for 3 years straight, and you're like, wow, there should be more to life to this.
There is a sun outside. Yeah, go enjoy it.
Yeah. So, no, we're moving a lot, not knowing areas. And my only outreach is bars.
Yeah.
For knowing people, meeting people, which is not exactly the ideal situation.
Right.
Being here helped a lot of keeping my mind and time being prosper about it.
Yeah, productive. Yeah, absolutely. Give you a purpose.
Right.
What about CPRS services? Did you take advantage of those at all?
Sadly, because when you're 100%, it disqualify you because the has it changed?
That that, my friends, is one of the things that we can most certainly talk about.
That has changed.
Well, 100% service connected has absolutely nothing to do with Minnesota healthcare system. So if you are 100%, for any veterans that are out there, no matter if you're service connected or not, you are eligible for state insurance. So make sure that you are getting out and applying for that state insurance, because we all know how the VA can drop the ball. So having that backup state insurance is extremely beneficial, especially if you want to get into some more of the specialty care that you don't want to have to go through your primary and then the another clinic and then another clinic just in order to get to the last clinic that you actually need. This, you get state insurance, you can go directly to it. So we most certainly should apply for that. Yeah, yeah, fantastic. Um, how long have you been receiving services or been with Archangel Ministry?
Almost 3.5 years, 4 years.
3 years.
3 years.
No, we've only been open for 3 years. This is November,
3 years.
so you came shortly after that.
Shortly after that,
Yeah, it's probably like 2.5 years, right around. Excellent, excellent. What did it mean to you to have the support that Archangel was able to provide?
What did it mean to me? Huh? Good question.
Hmm.
Quite a bit. Like I said, it kept me doing the wrong things, boredom, especially. Community service did 60 hours, but I kept showing up more and more and more and ever more things that needed to be helped. And in the Air Force, I did 268 community service hours in the 4 years I was in.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Air Force taught me a lot of giving back and helped me open my doors to thinking outside of just me, my job, my kids. It was more like, okay, well, I like doing giving back.
Mm-hmm.
As happy and go lucky as I am here at
Yeah.
all times.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy go lucky every day.
Every day.
You know, one of the things that we will talk about here, or we'll get into it, is that why we have him in here doing this video is because there's multiple facets to this. Bryan not only has the insight of one side of the fence, right, but also now he's our first interviewee that has both sides of the fence. He not only receives services, but now Bryan is
building manager.
Building manager. He helps run this resource center and ensures that things are staying military tight, if you will, on behaviors and things that are being done in the resource center. Like you've heard from many of our other interviewees, that one of the biggest components of why they love Archangel Ministry and the resource center is because it's a safe place to come. And the reason why that is because we have three main tenets that we live by: no disrespect, no stealing, and no lying. Those three things, you can keep away from that. Your services are all open to you, right? Once you break those three tenets, we're gonna have a conversation, and you may not be coming back for a little while, because those are important, and that's what helps keep people feeling safe while they're here. Right, knowing that they can set their stuff down and stuff isn't going to get stolen, and making sure that at the end of the day, they can take a nap and not have to be worried about getting beat up while they're sleeping. Things along those lines. It's such an important piece, and that's one of the things that he helps manage here is the everyday flow, making sure that people are getting the resources that they need, as well as making sure that the building stays a tight ship, if you will.
Not on fire.
Not on fire. Yes, that's always the main goal. Never on fire.
Never on fire.
So what do you believe it would do to the community if the resource center failed to exist?
What did it do?
Yeah.
It would definitely put a black hole in the city. I don't think I've ever came across something like this, even in my travels. A resource center plus the community that it builds around, not necessarily here, but in other aspects where there'd be, I could walk around and go, oh, hey, I know him. He does this and that's this. And without this here, again, it would be like you said, it would be people would be questioning, where can I go to be safe? Where, it'd be huge. It would be a
Mhm.
huge problem.
Yeah.
I've heard it multiple times. Any place I go, whether I'm setting up the booth and conventions, and people come up to me and say, "Thank you for so much for being here. Y'all do a lot," and it helped me reach out to other people, say, "Hey, we're always here for you. We will hold the door open as long as you need it. Just
Mm.
make sure that you're good, and
Yeah.
then that you're safe." Matter like I had a participant yesterday. After hours, luckily I was driving back, dropping off other participants because it's so cold here that she needed help, and we were closed. And luckily, I came back, and you know, we talked. We made sure that she was good. And she was fed, and we went out and talked and made sure that everything's, like I said, good. I don't want to leave somebody who isn't right leaving here,
Right.
whether it be any problems
Yeah.
whatsoever, family, drugs, housing. I will do the absolute best of my ability to make sure that people are taken care of in and outside of this place, and that it helps. It definitely helps being here,
Yeah.
having that connection with people who do walk in here, and seeing them every day, uh, and just reaching out.
Yeah.
Because without it, I've been to other places and they're not as open door. They're very office.
Take a number.
Yeah,
Take a number.
take a number, hang out. We'll talk to somebody for 30 minutes and see you on your way.
Yep.
And here it's you walk in the door. We make sure your name is
Used.
given, yeah,
Yeah.
used at all times. Um, whether what we're doing, whether it be asking you to go to the shower if you're ready to, or hey, what are you doing today?
Right.
What service do you need today?
Right.
Um, and we'll accommodate those as best of our ability at all times.
Yeah.
So that is what drove me. Like it's backtracking is what drove me here a lot too. Is our your past employees really um, push that too? Is to talk to anyone.
Care.
Yeah,
To care.
to care.
It's the simple. Listen, that's the simplest way to put it in all aspects. Is like, what do we? How do we? What sets us apart from, like, let's say the Stearns County social work office, and I'm not saying that Stearns County social work office is a bad place, because that we have there's an amazing team of individuals, John Paul and Pam Illig and a whole bunch of others from the Stearns County social work office. They are absolutely amazing. They know people by name. They get out into the community and they do fantastic stuff. But it's a different feel out here than it is going into one of those offices,
right.
where it's, yeah, they know your name, but you have a shortened period of time to meet with them, and then you're not probably meeting with them for another week or 2 or 3 or 4,
Right.
and in that time frame, a lot can happen in somebody's life. And so having a stable place that they can come to every day, where somebody's checking on their mental health, somebody's checking on their emotional health, somebody's checking on if they've been eating, if they've been taking their medications, where they're at in the wellness recovery plans that we're building up with them and moving them forward, where they're at with the housing. That's, I did a video about that, explaining all this, is that we don't just refer people to resources, we walk alongside of them.
Correct.
To the resources.
Right. 100%.
So one of the things as a building manager you get to see a lot of is obviously all the people that come through here. One of the aspects of that I've always been trying to portray to those individuals that are out there in the business sector and in other organizations and giving foundations and stuff of that nature is who do we serve? Is it just Christians?
No, no. You know, in my life, um, coming from Houston, a very religious state, um, I don't believe for me, it's not. I will walk the path with anyone who has a good heart and intentions,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be religious or not, knowing that who I am. I believe that there is a place for anyone to be welcomed, no
Yeah.
matter who you are, where you came from, what background, what happened to you in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think it's fair to judge someone in the past, especially when it comes to people like us.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it we do as best as we can with the, like I said, the ability that we can to
Mm-hmm.
provide anyone with anything that they need. So help it's
Right.
God.
Seriously. Because our motto being help one, help all isn't like help one, help all with stipulations, right?
No.
It's if you're gay, if you're lesbian, if you're trans, if you're Democrat, if you're Republican, if you are homeless or you have housing, if you have mental health instabilities or completely sane, if you're just a single mother that just needs a week's worth of food
Yeah.
to get them by until they can get back into the food shelf. If it doesn't matter, right?
Just so
We've had everybody and anybody come through our doors with whatever problems they've had.
I just need socks. Cool. All right. Well, I'll see you next year.
Yeah, yeah.
That pretty much happens
Right?
sometimes. Yeah.
We do anything we can to resolve and walk alongside anybody without pushing an agenda or a spiritual belief, right?
Right.
Just because we necessarily believe in God and we believe that we're the hands and feet of Jesus doesn't equate to everybody else that's out there struggling, needing to in order to get the love that can be shown.
Right.
Right. And that's something that we've prided ourselves on from day one. It's
Right.
a philosophy that you've lived by your entire life, and now we're starting to use that same philosophy while you're here.
Yeah. I'm not. I was just gonna. I'm not religious by any means of any necessity, but it doesn't mean that I won't do anything for this ministry, um, and to help, uh, to provide
Mm-hmm.
places. You know.
For people
Right.
of any
Of
culture,
right, of any
of
sort.
any culture, absolutely. So to end this, what if you could sum it up in 2-3 sentences? What would you say to everybody out there still struggling or that is in need of help?
Um, it really comes down to, I mean, first things first, family.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to them, say that, hey, man, you're struggling, and where could I need to brainstorm something because this ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in that point, nobody can force you to just get recovery and you automatically feel better because you always just want to leave.
Right.
I've seen it multiple times when I'm at hospitals or in treatment myself. I have people who do not have the desire to give them to want to change.
Right.
Just it kind of falls on the wayside.
Yeah.
And you have to be ready. You can't push anyone to be ready, but be there when they are. When they ask for it, hey, I'm ready to change. Just be there, because it doesn't mean stop talking to the person who's not ready. Just reach out every once in a
Mm-hmm.
while. Just say, hey, just want to check on you and see how you're doing.
Yeah.
And because there would be a point where they will change. It will happen. It's just some take longer than others, and
Yeah.
sometimes it takes 20 years. I've heard, and people with alcohol and other substances that through vet court.
Yeah.
I mean, we had older men,
Yeah.
older
Yeah.
60s, 70s,
Yeah.
struggling for 30, 40 years, and
Right.
all of a sudden they found something that worked for them, and it worked, and they got clean, and they're doing pretty well as far as I've been talking to, and it doesn't come overnight.
No.
And you force change has to be with the person who needs it
Within.
themselves.
Within. It's not always external. Is always it can be a helping component, but what we know through over the over 800 some odd people that we've assisted over the last year or last 3 years is that it's got to be an inward want, an inward conviction that says I want something different than what I've been doing.
Correct.
I'm open to what you have for me.
Correct.
Right. Instead of it got to be my way, always my way.
Always, yeah, yeah.
You know?
And we've seen it. We've seen it happen all the time, where people who need the help, they want the help, but then they change their mind, and just back them up. Say, hey, no, you had it. You had that idea. You have that drive. Well, let's get you back there. Let's get you back to being motivated
Right.
to stay steady. But you need to pray. We can do that. You need one-on-one talk about problems. I'm all about it. There isn't really anything that you can't do for anyone who wants that help.
Right.
But it's up to you to want that help.
Right.
So
Right. And that brings us to a really good point that I want to make, especially for all those that are out there watching. Right. Because there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, well, you know what? I don't have the educational background. I don't have the training, or I'm not really equipped for this type of work. Listen, there is no degree that you can get for caring. That's just something that happens inside of your heart.
correct. Yeah, like my background is loading bombs, construction, server, uh, body maintenance for vehicles, driving semis, 48 states. I mean, nothing in my background said, yeah, I can help people. Nothing. Not a single thing that says. I mean, you look at my resume and go, then you went this? Like, where did that
Right.
come from?
Right.
It's left field. But I mean, it suits it has everything in this building, has everything for me that I wanted to do. And you don't need to be anyone special. You don't. You just need to have that drive to want to help.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And it doesn't mean you need to do it every day for weeks on, weeks off. You can just do it for an hour.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be here. It could just be a phone call.
Yeah. Or anywhere.
Right.
Or anywhere. If it's not here, find some place to go volunteer at.
Right.
Find some place to
Right.
put in that time and energy to making the community better
Right.
by loving on those that are in it. Right.
Yeah. And there are some places that you will kind of not fit in. I've tried a few here, more veteran based, and I really didn't fit in. And it wasn't anyone's fault. It's just the program, like the way they kind of ran things. It wasn't my vibe.
Right.
It wasn't my, it. I liked that we still work with them,
Yeah.
100%. But it wasn't something that I will go. Yeah, I want to go volunteer there.
Right.
And sometimes it's not that case. Sometimes it takes you a little while.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to. I asked when I asked the court for volunteer hours. I wanted to do community service because that's what I felt like that will get me out of the house. This will keep me from causing problems for me.
Yeah.
And they said, well, how about you go volunteer for here? And then no, it didn't work out. Where else can I go?
Yeah.
And they said, well, how about Archangels? And I said, okay, I'll try it out. And try it out. I did.
Yeah.
I'm still trying it out.
And still trying it out. Well, we really appreciate your time, not just your time here with this video, but all the time and hours that you've poured into all of these individuals that have come through our doors. It has been a godsend, and people are consistently asking when you're not here, where's Bryan at?
Yeah.
They want to know, because not just because, you're the building manager, but because you've built a relationship with individuals here that it becomes a two-way street. They not only do you care about them, but now they care about you as well.
Right.
So that's a beautiful thing.
Right. Because who else is going to yell at them?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Bryan. We greatly appreciate you. As always, stay classy. Minnesota, Archangels.